And I know the Department of Justice will be appealing this in very short order. So maybe James Comey should pump the brakes on his victory lap.
James Comey finally responded. Not finally, it didn't take him that long. I mean, all this took place yesterday, but he responded with a video on Instagram. I got several clips here, but I want to set the narrative first with what his statement was. I think context really matters. And I think when you have all these players saying different things, we got Karoline Leavitt, we got Pam Bondi, we've got another Karoline Leavitt clip. It's madness. But there's two narratives, there's 2 points that I want to make here, that I want to set. One is that Fox News is absolutely working in tandem with the White House to spin a certain narrative on this. You'll hear it at the end of one of the clips with Martha McCallum, who's really dismissive. We played a little piece of his statement. It went on, she says. And I'm going to play for you his statement. It's like 2 minutes long, and it does not go on and on. It gets to the heart of the matter, that he is also not taking a victory lap. He's saying, look, they're probably still going to come after me, but I'm unafraid. I'm not intimidated by this because I have faith in our judicial system. Watch James Comey, and then we're going to get to the rest of this. Stick around for it because there's some wild shit said in these clips.
I'm grateful that the court ended the case against me, which was a prosecution based on malevolence and incompetence, and a reflection of what the Department of Justice has become under Donald Trump, which is heartbreaking. But I was also inspired by the example of the career people who refused to be part of this travesty. It cost some of them their jobs, which is painful, but it preserved their integrity, which is beyond price. And I know they will serve again. I was very lucky that some of the best lawyers in America stepped forward to represent me. I hope they serve as an example to more and more lawyers, especially at some of the big firms, to participate in protecting our liberty, protecting the rule of law. I know that Donald Trump will probably come after me again, and my attitude is going to be the same. I'm innocent, I am not afraid, and I believe in an independent federal judiciary, the gift from our founders that protects us from a would-be tyrant.
So Karoline, is the president more determined now, since the judge's ruling today, to go after James Comey and Tish James, and if so, why?
I wouldn't say he's going after them. I think the president is more determined than ever to see accountability in this country, yes, and to correct the wrongs of the weaponization of our justice system that we saw under the previous administration and Joe Biden.
You think, I'll get it right, you think the president is more determined than ever to see accountability in this country? Our convicted felon who attempted to overthrow the United States government in order to stay in power after losing an election, you think he, let me check my notes here, wants accountability in this country? Come on, Karoline, you don't really believe that. I mean, this is the perennial problem with MAGA World, with the leaders of MAGA World, with the spokespeople for MAGA World. It's the question that just looms large. Do they really believe this nonsense, these lies, this propaganda, or do they know it to be propaganda and they know their audience, the intended audience, is so stupid they will believe anything they're told? Like good cult members. That, by the way, as I spoke about earlier, was on her way to talk to Martha McCallum from Fox News, and she was sidetracked by a little impromptu gaggle with reporters. When she got to her final destination to speak outdoors to Fox News, this is the conversation about the same topic.
What can we expect will happen next, Karoline?
Well, what I will say is that everybody knows that James Comey lied to Congress. It's as clear as day. And this judge took an unprecedented action to throw these cases out to shield James Comey and Letitia James from accountability based on a technical ruling. And the administration disagrees with that technical ruling. We believe the attorney in this case, Lindsay Halligan, is not only extremely qualified for this position, but she was, in fact, legally appointed. And I know the Department of Justice will be appealing this in very short order. So maybe James Comey should pump the brakes on his victory lap.
All right, we'll be watching. We just showed a small piece of it. It goes on and on. Karoline, thank you very much.
Thanks,
Happy
Martha.
Thanksgiving. Good to see you.
She was not, in fact, legally appointed. A federal judge has spoken. a federal judge has ruled. And the entire nonsense about this being legal and being above board is just, it doesn't hold up. You've got your ally there in Martha McCallum. We just played a small piece of James Comey's victory lap. I guess they're saying that's what that was that you watched. Victory lap. And it goes on and on, she says, as she rolls her eyes. This is one of their straight news people, by the way. This isn't the Jesse Waters element of Fox News or the Sean Hannity or the Laura Ingraham. She's the daytime shift. She's the actual journalist, heavy air quotes. And the message was received by Pam Bondi, because just minutes later, Pam Bondi was in Memphis giving a press conference about whatever authoritarian nonsense they want to put forward there. And she was asked specifically about this particular case being dismissed, that Lindsay Halligan, the current named illegally appointed U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, is not properly there. She's not officially even the U.S. Attorney. And this was Pam Bondi's response, taking her marching orders from apparently Karoline Leavitt.
Okay, and then if I could just get your reaction to the James Comey Letitia James cases being dropped today. Back in Washington, James Comey put out a video. He said this matters most because a message has to be sent. The President of the United States cannot use the Department of Justice to target his political enemies. Your reaction to the cases being dropped into that specific message?
Sure, we'll be taking all available legal action, including an immediate appeal, to hold Letitia James and James Comey accountable for their unlawful conduct.
What is your reaction to his statement?
I'm going to keep going on this. I'm not worried about someone who has been charged with a very serious crime. His alleged actions were a betrayal of public trust. So.
I love that Donald Trump, again, convicted felon, 34 felony counts he was convicted of in a court of law. He's a convict. He's a felon. He is going to be in charge of accountability for their unlawful conduct. Now, the case was dismissed without prejudice, which means it can be brought again, and it likely will. We'll see. But it's going to be, you're going to have a hard time finding a jury in the jurisdiction in which the crimes were committed that are going to allow this to take place. It is remarkable where we are and how many people don't have a spine, don't have dignity or self-respect, any decency within them. What's in it for these people? Maybe that's the overarching question. I don't know. What thing of such great value do you receive to sell your fucking soul, Pam Bondi, Karoline Leavitt, Martha McCallum? What is Donald Trump going to do for you other than discard you when you are no longer of any use to him? Another question. I'm full of questions today, right? Anyway, comment below. I welcome your participation in this conversation. Let's have it below the video, wherever you're watching it, whether that be Facebook or YouTube. You can also call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me the old-fashioned way, daily@dollemore.com. Please consider supporting this, what I believe to be very important work, on YouTube and Facebook. You could become a channel member on YouTube. Just click the join button below the video or go to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. That's the better way because they take way less of a percentage than Google and YouTube. I would appreciate it very, very much. I'll see you next time. Be genuine and take care of one another.